Hi, this is Gary from MrG Shave, back for a Monday Battle of the Blades after my complete failure on Saturday. Firstly, I didn't put the boom mic socket into place properly, so there was loads of interference on the first part of the video, and on the second part of the video I forgot to switch the mic on. So I'm looking at the audio controls now, so I can see it's recording, but hopefully there's no interference or anything like that, because if there is, I'm going to need to get another microphone. So anyway, right, today is a Battle of the Blades. I think this is Battle of the Blades number 26. Let me have a look. Yeah, Battle of the Blades number 26. This one was requested by Mark Stevens, and it's Kai versus Med Prep. So that's the battle today. So that's the Kai blades. The blades themselves don't have any markings on them. There's no print on them at all. So that one is going to go in the Rockwell 6C in gunmetal, and that's the blade in there now. And that will go on plate 3. You should be able to see that. So let's put the washer on. And the handle. So that is ready. All ready to go. Let's just check the alignment. That looks good. That looks good. And the Personna Med Prep is, let me just fold up the packet again, is this blade. So that's the wrapping, it's a single wrap, and that's the blade in here. So hang on a second. Have I picked the right blades? Yeah, Kai versus Med Prep. So that's the blade in there. Just make sure you can see that. Let's put it on plate 3. So that's plate 3. And put the washer on. I've been asked a few times why I use plate 3. Is that my preferred sort of aggression level? I've had a couple of emails about it. Check the alignment. Yeah, that's fine. No, my preferred level plate is either 4 or 5 on the Rockwell 6C, but I choose plate 3 purely to hit the median range, so the middle of the road, so that people can sort of appreciate, maybe get an idea of what it would be like to go to plate 4, plate 5, plate 6 or below. That's why I chose plate 3 for this. I wanted to keep it right in the middle point. The bowl that I'm using today is my hand-hammered copper bowl. I got it from Etsy, very cheap. I forget how much I paid for it, but it was something like £5. And then I'm using my Boti badger brush. So I'm doing things slightly differently this time. I've not pre-soaked this at all. I'm just going to soak it while I'm getting ready, and then I'll go for it. Maybe I soaked the badger brush that I used last time that you didn't see. I soaked it too long. It's still at the lather, so let's just see if this works. It's a little experiment of mine. And the mug that I'm going to soak it in is the Sig Solo, that I call it the Sig Solo mug, but it's the Greenlandic enamel mug that I use. So let's just get a bit of water in there now while I'm at it. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. Sorry again that I didn't post the video up. I left a notice in my comments, community section, to explain that unless you like watching silent movies, there'd be no video today. Yeah, really sorry about that. I completely messed up. I was in a bit of a rush on Saturday, and I didn't check everything was working properly, and I didn't keep an eye on the volume bars on my screen to see that it was recording or not. Anyway, that's my fault. So what I'm going to do now, I think that's everything that I've covered hardware wise. I'm going to get ready for the shave and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the shave. Let's just wet the face down. And the pre-shave today is going to be PAA The Mentholated Cube. This is a menthol shave today. So it's getting cooler outside. I know you don't need reminding of that, but at the end of the day, it's a fact. So I thought I'll go for a menthol shave. So yeah, a bit of a disaster. I've got a backup. This time I've got my Zoom H1N recording as a backup externally, just in case I get interference. If I do, then obviously it wasn't my fault last time, it was the microphone, so then I have to think about getting another microphone, because this was not expensive. I forget, it was years ago that I bought it. Oh, probably about 8 to 10 years ago I bought this microphone. So the soap today is Mile High Menthol by Catties Bubbles. I don't even know whether they make this still. I know Catties Bubbles is still around, but I don't know. I would think if they got any sense, they'll definitely have. Oh, this needs a bit more water. They'll definitely have this in stock, or certainly be manufacturing this anyway. But yeah, it's lovely. It's a nice menthol smell. It's not strong. It's not making your eyes water. Look at this brush. This fantastic brush. Look at the knot on that. I think this is only a 24mm knot, but they're hand tied, and I mean, that's incredible. Fantastic. Oh yeah. Plenty of menthol. This brush, this head is still quite scritchy, if I'm honest. It's not the highest quality. I think it's just Best Badger. It's certainly not silver tip. But that's fine. As I use it, it'll soften up. Oh yeah. Perfect. Right, now for the battle. So this is the Kai Med Prep I'm going with first. First use of both blades, so plenty of blade feel. Plenty of blade feel with this Kai. But doesn't feel aggressive, it still feels smooth. This is where I'm expecting there to be quite a difference between the two. It's you know, I know the Kai is one of the sharpest and most aggressive blades out there, so in the Personna Med Prep, it's a great blade, don't get me wrong. Less blade feel, smoother. Well, difficult to say smoother, it's just less blade feel really. Right, pass one. I would say it's a draw, apart from that there was. I like blade feel personally. I do like blade feel, and the Kai definitely had more blade feel. it's a wider blade, only by hundredths of a millimetre or whatever, but it is wider, and therefore you do get more blade exposure. So let's just try and get some of this on the brush, not on the handle. Oh, my face is freezing. But it's I don't know what the temperature is outside, but it's supposed to be getting quite cold here. Not freezing or anything, I mean nothing like Sig has to deal with, but it's, for us, it's beginning to feel quite cold. There's a nip in the air. Autumn and winter are definitely showing signs that they're arriving. It's certainly not t-shirt weather outside, let's put it that way. Right, here we go. So I'm going to go across the grain, which is straight up on this side. This is with the Med Prep, the Persona. Very, very smooth. Not much blade feel on plate 3. That would be different on plate 4. Across the grain with the Kai. Instant. Very smooth still, but I would say quite a lot more blade feel with that one, which is what I like. I like to know where it is, you know, I like to know that. See, I know if the reason I like blade feel is because you know you cut it, the cutting angle's right. When you get no feedback from the blade, so no blade feel, you can sometimes miss your cutting angle, whereas when you can feel the blade, you know whether you're off or not. Right, more water. It's going to be cold. Oh. It's like shoving your face in an ice bath. I mean, look at the lather in there. Fantastic. It produces amazing amounts of lather with a very small amount of soap. So yeah, weekend was a bit of a brain fart with the video, but I'm back, and even if this mic isn't working properly, my Zoom H1N will be, and I may, if they both work, I may sort of change the audio from one mic to the other a few times so you get an idea of the difference. Because I mean the audio that I get, if it's connected properly and it's turned on, I think is far superior to the Zoom, because the Zoom you get reverberation from the room. Oh, this is a great brush. This will be a great head brush actually. I'll have to try it next time on my head. So we're going to go with the Kai against the grain. Brilliant. I'm going to go for the pickups now. Instead of lathering up again. I've got plenty of lather. I am in a bit of a rush today. I've got quite a bit on. So, right. I mean, I'm recording this at about 11, which is a good hour, 2 hours before I usually record. A little bit there. That's better. A little bit there. It's got it. I'm just picking up with the one razor now. That's it. So, I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the post-shave. I would say, I mean, the result, both blades are excellent. Both blades are excellent, but my preference would be the Kai on plate 3. The thing with this Battle of the Blades is you may find a completely different result from me because your skin type is different, your beard growth is different. But I would say go with the Kai if you've got a thicker beard growth. But the Personna Med Prep is a beautiful blade. It's so comfortable. Both sides are, I would say that at the end of the shave I had to go a little bit, when I was off camera, I had to go over here again and here. So yeah, I would say that the Kai wins this one, but it's a very close run thing. Let's face it, with 3 passes, most blades you're going to get BBS, unless maybe you're using a Derby Extra. Derby Extras are great in my DE89, but that's about the only razor I found they're any good for me. But yeah, so that's the result. I think the Kai's got it. Right, let's get on with the post-shave. Now I'm going to use the alum. I don't often use alum really on my normal shaves, but on the back of the blades I try to remember to use it because it will give me an idea if there's any difference in feedback. There's about a 3 out of 10 here, but a 1 out of 10 everywhere else. And 0 feedback, well no, a little bit, it's burning a little bit just here. I would say 1 out of 10, maybe 2 here. But there's a bit more feedback on this side to this. I can feel the difference now as I'm talking to you, as it's burning a little bit. The burn is increasing. Funnily enough, this side seems to be burning a bit more now than that. This side is completely gone now. There's no burn there, but there's still some burn here. But I would say it's only a 1 out of 10. So I'm going to wipe this off. So not much difference there either. Okay, so the, well, I can't really call this witch hazel because there's none in here. It's just facial toner, cucumber, Boots cucumber, but it's very refreshing. Just like the smell of a cucumber sandwich. I haven't had one of those since I was a kid. I remember I used to love those. No feedback off that because it just doesn't give feedback. So the aftershave is Proraso green. Oh yeah. Now let's see if there's any feedback. Not much. A little bit along the jawline on both sides, a little bit down here. Nothing really. There's more off my dome. That feels great though. Really chilling. And then I'm going to finish up with Gillette Post-Shave Balm Sensitive. It's a fairly new balm to the den. And that's all I'm going to use, is about that much. Oh, instantly stops any burn. Almost. Not on my dome. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the shave. Again, apologies for Saturday. My mistake, I just wasn't focusing on what I was supposed to be doing. And the first section, as I say, I was just getting so much static feedback, and that's because I hadn't actually plugged it in properly into the camera. It was only halfway in. But I have got a backup today in case there is a fault with that shotgun microphone. Let's just wipe some of that balm off my nose. But yeah, so for me, the Kai won this one. Not by much. I'm happy to use both blades. They're both amazing blades. And on plate 3, they both work really, really well. I just preferred the Kai because there was more blade feel. So that's it for now. I will see you on Wednesday for my next straight shave. Hopefully I don't start spilling blood again. Just recently I seem to be, every time I use a straight razor, I seem to reopen these. There's two lines here. I don't know whether you can see them, but there's 2 lines. And they just seem to open up every time I use a straight razor. So if it does again, I may have to miss the next Wednesday, the Wednesday after this one coming, to give the face time to heal. But anyway, I'll probably use a shavette on Wednesday and see how I get on with that. That's it for now. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye now.